Hello everyone, this is our documentary about migration. Our main question in this documentary, which we're going to try to answer, is why do people migrate to the Netherlands and why not to another country? We will discuss the following points. We're going to give you some background information about the terms to be accepted in the Netherlands now and about migration itself. We're going to show an interview with the migrant we found. We're going to do a broadcaster to the state secretary.
Migration is a big problem, and there are way too many migrants that no one knows how to deal with them. But then we're talking about migrants that are fleeing because of war or poverty in their country, and they want to have a normal life. But there are other types of migration. For example, there's emigration. That's when you leave a country to move to another one. Or immigration. That means that you move into a new country. Other types of migration are internal migration and external migration. Internal migration is that you move within a country or continent. And external migration is that you move out of a country or continent. Return migration, that is when you move back from the country you came from. And seasonal migration means that you move each season or in response to labor of climate conditions.
So who are you?
My name is Tanya.
Okay. Where did you migrate?
I migrated from Suriname to Holland in 1986.
How old were you?
I was 11 years old when I came here.
What was the reason for your migration?
Well, it's a long story, but I'll keep it short. The reason that we migrated over from Suriname to Holland was because my parents, they decided to move to Holland because it was not safe anymore in Suriname. There was a coup at a time, but then the military took over, and there were fights in the country, and it was becoming more. It was very unsafe for us to live there. There were fights, there was shooting around, there was a curfew at night, and my parents at that time had a store where they sell goods, and at a certain time it was very hard to get goods and to sell goods, and my parents were very frightened that they will get robbed because they had a store, and the first thing that people do when it's chaos in the country is that they go and do robberies then. So my parents were afraid for our safety. So that's why they decided it was time to move.
Okay. What was the process like moving from Suriname to the Netherlands?
Well, first my dad, he came here like a year before we left Suriname, because he already had a Dutch citizen passport, a Dutch passport, but we didn't. So he had to come in Holland here first and to do the administrative stuff, to apply for us, that we the children also get the papers and can come in here legally then. So I think he took a year for that.
Was it easy? Was it hard?
Well, it was for us in Suriname. It was he left me and my brothers and sisters, my mom in Suriname, so we had to take care of the store, and when we came here, it was okay because we were all together. The whole family, we were together, although it was very cold by then. We didn't, because in Suriname it was general 32 degrees, and when we came here, the winter was like 5 degrees or something. So it was very hard for us to get used to the temperature and to the customs of the Dutch people. But in the end, we succeeded.
Okay. So you went with your family, but what did you leave behind?
What did we leave behind? Well, the store. Well, my parents sold the store to my uncle then. So, but we left our beautiful house because we just rebuilt the whole house. It was brand new. We just lived for a year and then we had to leave. We left a lot of stuff over there, like that was furniture and so, and your toys and so you had to leave and so. But anyway, that's material stuff.
Okay. Would you have done the same moving to the Netherlands?
Yeah, I think so. When if I wear the shoes of my parents, I have a family to take care of. Yes, I would think of the safety of my kids. And then when it's very unsafe in a country, if you're frightened for your life, then I mean you can get robbed or you can get killed. Then I would take the same steps. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any regrets
No.
staying in the Netherlands?
No. Because it was, we already spoke Dutch. We knew the Dutch language, so the how you call it, the process wasn't that hard because we understood the language. We just had to get used to the customs. That's all. But we were together, so it was not that.
Why did they choose the Netherlands specifically?
Because Suriname was a Dutch colony of the Netherlands, so it was logical step for us to come over here because my dad, when Suriname was doing very well economically, he could choose, did he want to have the Suriname nationality or did he or the Dutch nationality. So he took a wise decision, and although it was very good in Suriname, he loved Suriname, but he chose for the Dutch nationality, and because of that it was very easy for us to come over to Holland.
How about the people? Once you moved, how did the people who lived in the Netherlands react to your arrival? Anything special?
No, anything special? No, they treated it as normal. We didn't feel discriminated or different because when we came over, we live in Amsterdam West, and West was already a multicultural place, so it wasn't odd that Chinese were. We didn't feel odd. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Do you think it would be different in Suriname?
Yeah, I think I would have a different life in Suriname. I think when I stayed in Suriname, I would own a store like many Chinese people. It's logical that when your parents have a store, when you grow up, you will take over the store or you will do something in store. I mean, selling and stuff and so. But I do like the working in. I mean, owning and working in the store because then you have contact with people, and I like that to have contact, to talk to people, to serve people, and sell things. I mean, earn money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you ever come back to Suriname?
Would I ever go back to Suriname? I think for a holiday. Yes, I would bring my children and my husband back to see where I grew up, and because it's a nice country, but I'm not sure if I'm going to live there. I mean, now I don't have the urge to go and live there. I mean, for a holiday, yes, but to live, no, because I like it over here. I like it over here.
Okay.
Also search for the terms of service to be accepted in the Netherlands. They are the IND has to answer your request within 6 months. In the Netherlands, we have 3 tracks. Track 1. This includes asylum applications that another European country has to process. For example, because someone has previously applied for asylum in that country. These asylum seekers have little chance of asylum in the Netherlands. Track 2. This includes asylum seekers who come from safe countries of origin, or asylum seekers who have already received international protection in another European country. These asylum seekers have very little chance of asylum in the Netherlands. 3. This is the 8-day General Asylum Procedure, or AA. This includes asylum seekers who have greater chance who have a greater chance of being admitted to the Netherlands. Is more time needed to make a careful decision on the asylum application? Then the IND will continue to process the asylum application in the extended asylum procedure, or VA.
Netherlands a good country to migrate to? Okay, we have a very good economical state, so there's no hard feelings or something. We have freedom of speech, which very much people find very important. So you can be who you are. And we have a very good environmental state, so we are not located on a risky place for volcanoes, that kind of stuff. It's a very safe country, and of course it's a really fun country as well. We feel like this situation in the Netherlands should change. People have to wait too long for a residence permit, and this should change. So, Ankie Broekers-Knol, if you're watching, change it.